Hey everyone, I'm here today with Andi Oldham, lower school science instructor at Whitehurst, and she's going to tell us a little bit about some chickens that we have on the Whitehurst and Ponte Vedra campus. So I'm sure the students get really excited about this process. Like, how are they involved?
So they do a variety of things, from counting, they weigh them, they candle the eggs, which involves a high-powered flashlight that we put over the egg and it lights up the whole inside. And what we're looking for is blood vessel activity, and if it's far enough along, we can actually see a beating heart, an eyeball, we can see movement, they kick their little legs, they flap their little wings.
So how long have we been doing this at Bulls?
I have been doing this at Bulls for 6 years, and each year it brings an element of surprise. We never know how many hatchlings we're going to have, but we go about the same process with incubation. We monitor humidity, we monitor heat, and we just keep checking them. So it's just about scientific observation and recording those observations and tracking patterns. And then of course the exciting part is when they hatch, and we video that, and I usually stream it in the classroom so that we can watch it live.
That's so cool. I'm sure that they absolutely love this process. It's got to be really engaging to them.
They do. It doesn't matter how many times I tell them it's 21 days. Every time they pass me, are the chicks here yet? Are the chicks here yet? Because when you're in elementary school, time is just a suggestion.
Sure, sure. As it should be. That's completely fair. That's completely fair. So how does this program fit into the overall science curriculum?
So the reason we incorporate hatching chicken eggs in the science lab, it's actually part of multiple grade level units where we do life science. The emphasis is placed in 3rd grade. They're doing an animal studies unit where they monitor physical adaptations, they monitor behavioral adaptations, and they study various life cycles of different animals. So there's a little bit of comparative anatomy. We talk about how the egg travels, how the oxygen travels into the egg. We learn about how it moves through a human's body and out with the exchange of gases. So there's several different layers that we add to this. But they get to study the life cycle of a bird, and then we compare it to human life cycle. We also study frogs, crabs, millipedes. We have a snake in the science lab. We have a tarantula in the science lab and a scorpion. So we look at all of these really weird, crazy looking invertebrates, and we actually find out that we have more in common with them than we really realized.
What happens with these chicks?
In class, we talk about different possibilities for these chickens. Ultimately, they go to a farm, and usually it's for the purpose of harvesting the eggs. And some people choose to sell the eggs, and some people just use them for breakfast, and I'm sure some will also use them for meat.
Well, anything else you want to share about the chickens? You know, what came first, chicken or the egg?
Well, it depends, of course, who you ask, but I would argue that the egg came first because of their linkage to reptilians.
Oh.
And when you look at birds and through the process of evolution, if you look at birds' feathers, they very much tract out like reptile scales. So that would be my argument. I'm on, team egg.
Well, thank you. This has been really informative. I've learned a lot. It makes me realize I need to get over to the lower school science labs
Well,
more
please
often.
come and visit anytime if you ever want to come in and be like a special feature scientist.
Hey, I'll do that.
And do a class with
I don't know
us.
what I
The
can
kids would
help them
totally love that.
That'd be cool. All right, let's set that up.
All right,
All
awesome.
right.
Thank
Well,
you so
thanks, Andi.
much.
Thanks so much, and thanks to all of you for all that you do.